Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Playing World of Tanks. I'm AJ, and today we'll be looking at a game that I had in my Panzer 58 Mutz, which is the new German Tier 8 premium tank. Now the map that we are fighting on is called Pilzen, and generally as a rule of thumb, I will take almost any tank to the 1-2 line. This, however, being an exception since there's not that much RD, and there was enough people going to that flank already that warranted me going towards the other side. The reason why I take tanks to the 1-2 line is because if you have to cap out the enemy or reset your cap, you can actually come up this gentle slope towards your cap and be hauled down while resetting the enemies that are in the cap itself. Now generally you'll encounter some kind of opposition on this flank, but the enemies decide to focus all their attention on the other one, which leaves this flank wide open, which is where most of the mediums would excel, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Alright, one of the first big things about this game is that since the enemies have left this flank open, what we do is we don't rush into the enemy itself, like some of my other friends drummy Mutzes are. What we'll do is we'll actually slowly whittle down the enemy from range and then move in, given whatever situation we encounter. Our first victim was actually a Panzer 58 Mutz, who was in the open and didn't realize that there were enemies on his side. We take him out with relative ease, putting shot after shot. The Panzer 58 Mutz doesn't have good armor, so you have to be careful never to get caught out in the open, or you'll be toast. The biggest difference between this tank and the CDC, in my opinion, is that the CDC actually is faster, but will never bounce a shot. But Panzer 58 Mutz will occasionally bounce a shot, given the right situation or whatever you're defending. So in many situations, the CDC will actually get wrecked by lower tier tanks just because it has no armor to play with, whereas the 58 Mutz has just enough armor to bounce maybe tier 6 shots and low pen guns. Now I was hoping to suppress the other Mutz that was poking and shooting at our friendlies at a distance, and the other reason why I was trying to suppress him is that when all the Mutz went to the other direction, I was not going to follow them in the same way. I was thinking that maybe I will go straight ahead and actually shoot the Mutz that were caught in the corner by our friendlies. As soon as I kind of realized that the Mutz is no longer poking up and taking shots, and I have no longer good shots from where I'm sitting, I move up to put shots in him at a closer range while making sure that I'm not getting shot in my side by another Panzer 58. Now, if you see me firing my shots relatively quickly, that's because I actually don't want to take damage, and also the fact that I know even if I miss my shot, the Panzer 58 will be hesitant to come out and put a retaliatory shot because I have another medium tank with me who can actually shoot him back. So that's what I'm doing. The other thing is that when I have the kill shot, I actually take my time and actually finish him off instead of just rushing my shot. Then just because I have the health, even if I miss, the worst case scenario is he runs away and I don't get to kill him, which is rather unfortunate, and I'd rather take out guns right now. So I actually take my time and take him out instead of just rushing that shot, and it's arguable whether I should repair my tracks, but I was kind of afraid that the other Panzer 58s will come around and shoot me in the side, which they actually don't. So now as soon as the other Panzer 58 shows up behind me, I immediately switch targets, just because I know that these two in the corner are not going anywhere anytime soon, but I'd rather take out the enemy tank that has clear shots on me and on my friendly. Now, fighting the T-34 provides us with a classic example of what you should do to an enemy tank that has high alpha but very low DPM. So the T-34 fires at me once, and I know I can out-reload him by 5 seconds because I have one, and roughly the reload is 11 seconds on one of those things. If you don't know reloads, you can always get a mod for it. They're generally very simple. They will tell you what the estimated reload of most tanks are on the enemy tank. So when he fires a shot into me, I know I can put 2 shots into him. I put 2 shots and immediately retreat into cover, and then I wait for him to be distracted. Now the T-34's turret is actually very slow in traversing, so when he has actually locked in to fire at something, it gives me a good opportunity to poke out and actually put another shot into him. And that's how I whittle him down. Some of my friendlies take a shot, and we dispatch of the T-34 relatively efficiently. Now fighting the T-29, I actually make a big mistake. Instead of circling him, which I should have done, I let him hang around in front of me way too long, which gives him enough time to put 2 shots into me. But I knew from how much HP I had that, you know, as soon as my first shot connected, that I could just simply out DPM him in this fight, just because he didn't have that much HP and I had just too much DPM. If I had to do that fight all over again, I would probably try to circle him, make it less likely for him to sort of like put shots into me. But other than that, this game was a classic textbook example of what you should do in like medium tanks. You know, you should definitely try to flank your opponents, never fight them head on, and if you have to, you know, don't stay in the open, just, you know, poke out, take shots, and retreat. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of Playing World of Tanks.